At least it's liquid most of the time. That would be plasma. It is a clear, straw-colored, kind of yellowish. It's the liquid portion of blood and accounts for approximately 55% of the volume. And most of it, like many fluids in the body, is water. In this case, about 92% water. Beyond that, it contains both organic and inorganic chemicals. It's used to transport nutrients, gases, hormones, and vitamins. And it helps to regulate fluid and thereby electrolyte balance. And it's also involved in maintenance of pH. Some of the proteins we find in plasma, typically not used as energy sources, but they are things like albumin, which makes up about 60%. That comes from the liver, and that's important for maintaining osmotic pressure. There are globulins, three different types, the alpha globulins and the beta globulins produced by the liver. They are for transport of materials, while the gamma globulins are produced by those T cells and B cells, mostly B cells, and they are the antibody component of immunity. And then there is a protein called fibrinogen that plays a role in blood coagulation that we'll see a little later on. Gases and nutrients would include oxygen and carbon dioxide. The nutrients would include amino acids, simple sugars, nucleotides, lipids, and lipids can be in the form of fats, which would be triglycerides, phospholipids, or cholesterol. There are also non-protein nitrogenous substances, so these are not proteins, but they do contain nitrogen. Proteins do have nitrogen. Urea is a product of breaking down proteins. That makes up about 50% of the NPNs. Uric acid is a product of breaking down nucleic acids. Both proteins and nucleic acids contain nitrogen. There are also amino acids, which are from breaking down proteins. Creatinine, which stores energy in phosphate bonds, regenerates ATP in the muscles, and creatinine is a product of creatinine metabolism. BUN is the blood urea nitrogen, and that's going to indicate the health of the kidneys. If it's too high, the kidney is not excreting urea in normal quantities, and that is because renal function is impaired in some way. The electrolytes absorbed from the intestine, released as byproduct of metabolism. Some of the common electrolytes found in blood plasma would include sodium, potassium, calcium, magnesium, chloride, bicarbonate, phosphate, and sulfate. Of these, the most abundant ones are sodium and chloride. And that's going to stop us for plasma.